Hello friends, this is Kevin, aka K-Man1, coming at you with another episode of Okami. In the last episode, we came here to Shinshu Field, did a lot of stuff, and acquired the new brush technique of Cherry Bomb. And in this episode, we're going to be using our newly found technique here around Shinshu Field in order to accomplish the last few things that we need to take care of before heading back to Kamiki Village. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and run up this bridge area here. And so, we're going to want to dodge past that guy. And the first thing we're going to want to take care of should be right nearby, and it is right here. We're going to want to dig this up, and inside the chest that it opens will be a stray bead. Very, very nice. And so, what you probably just saw a second ago is right over here. It is a devil gate. So we're just going to go ahead and take care of this and see what we can do about that. So, power slash that guy. And the official thing for Cherry Bomb said it was good to use in battle, but I personally find it to be very clunky to use in the middle of combat. So I personally prefer avoiding it as much as possible. But it's a playstyle thing more than anything. So if you like using it, then go for it. I'm not going to stop you. And I'd show it off, but I'm actually mostly just really bad at using it in battle. So maybe it's just that I suck at this game, but I've just never really enjoyed using it in combat scenarios. And for some reason that guy didn't go back into the ground. He did go back into the ground. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Get over here. So, we're just going to want to take him down. Oh, and now, if sometimes he will use his drum as like a cannon against you, and do that sort of thing, and we actually did alright on time. And that is that devil gate completed. And I'm pretty sure all you get from this is praise and some animals to feed, so still worth in my book, but not as worth as some others. Just gonna go ahead and feed these right quick, be right back. Alright, and so there are only one or two more things that we're gonna be taking care of while we're here. One of which being, we can talk to this guy. Ow, ow, ow. What's going on? Ida of the Dangan Express never trips up. I've fallen and I can't get up. Must be a curse. Looks like you need life alerts, sir. Express Messenger Ida. I don't have time for falling over. People are waiting for mail. Those monsters must have set some kind of trap for me as a joke. Darn it! I knew I should have brought a Traveler's Charm. Hey, Pooch! That's a Traveler's Charm you've got there, isn't it? You offered Traveler's Charm. Oh, yes. I feel so light. My body feels as light as a feather. Thanks, Pooch. You saved me. Can't hang about. Gotta catch up on my deliveries. And so, he is going to run off into the sunrise, actually, since it is technically just sunrise right now. And we actually saw a crack in the wall right over here, which is the next thing we're going to be taking care of. So, just gonna go ahead and load that up. I want to say, okay, no, it's a exorcism slip, which is fine. So, we are going to want to continue heading over in a rotata direction like such. And I want to say we can get the stray bead without doing something needlessly complicated, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So let's go ahead and hop through this devil gate. So, this is mostly just going to be imps, and it's not going to introduce any new enemies, so I think I'm just going to cut the rest of this out for the sake of brevity in the episode, since the past few have been pretty long. Alright, so that devil gate has been not completed, destroyed. And we get to restore this area. Very, very nice. And so, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade yet another ink pot. And that's going to be the last ink pot I upgrade for a while until I get a little bit more health, because we are starting to get into enemies that can give you a little bit of trouble if you aren't careful. So, next I'm going to be upgrading solar energy, as you might expect. And so, the last thing here is a stray bead. Very, very nice. So, that is everything I wanted to take care of here in Shinshu Field. So, I am well, actually, no, we actually need to be right by the entrance of Kamiki Village in order to take care of one tiny last little thing. But, yeah, that's all. Wait, actually, there's another devil gate right here. I want to say all you get is like an exorcism slip or something, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this out as well. Alright, it was a vengeance slip. It allows you to temporarily deflect enemy attacks. I honestly never really use those, but they aren't bad by any stretch of the imagination, they're just not my personal playstyle. I'm more of a brute force type of guy rather than a reflect your enemy's attacks back at them. But hey, if you are the sort to use shenanigans, then I ain't gonna stop you. And so, we got 6 praise, which means that is the last tree here in Shinshu Field. Very, very nice. So let's go ahead and head into the village and see what there is for us to do around here. Because believe you me, there is quite a bit available to us now that we have access to Bloom. And the breeze is flowing, I don't know. Air is a fluid. I don't care. Wow, what's all this? The village is just bustling with activity. Wonder what's going on. Well, nothing to do but run around and check everything out. When I say check everything out, I really mean bloom all the trees. If you talk to people, then they'll explain that that's what you need to do, but I've played this game before. You need to bloom all the trees. And if you talk to Kamuso, then he will tell you how many trees are left, but as long as you are attentive when you're running through, then you are going to come across all of them fairly easily. So, if you talk to people, they'll be generally more happy about, like, Konohana being in bloom and everything, but we don't care about their feelings, right? I knew I wasn't alone. So, blooming that. And this over here. And just gonna work our way around doing all of this. Gonna wanna see about lining these up for the sake of brevity. And will it actually work? It will! Hooray! I'm not that bad at this game, right guys? Right? Okay. And I don't believe there are any smaller trees up over by Saki's tree, so there's no real need to go in that direction. I could be wrong. I have been before, but I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong about this particular thing. And awkward jumping is awkward. I'm gonna go ahead and do these. So basically the test to see if I have bloomed every single one of them will be if I get bonus praise. And I did, which means that I have done it. And so now what we're gonna wanna do is come up over here and talk to Mr. Orange. At last, the answer to all my prayers. All the village's trees have sprung back to life. It is time to harness the power that dwells within the good earth. Yes, it is time for the Konohana Shuffle. I shall summon back the spirit of the divine tree Konohana. Sake of Valor. But first, I must break my vow of temperance. I shall gingerly sip this sake, and soon we shall see blossoms. Gingerly sip, he said. That's a chug if I've ever seen one. But it is time for likely the best sequence in the entire game. Oh, yes, yes, yes! Hey, Gramps, you okay? You got a real weird look in your eyes. Snowball, Isu, what you're about to see is the stuff of legends. Behold, the secret of secrets. I give you the Konohana Shuffle. And so now, basically, Mr. Orange is going to be dancing, and what we're going to need to do is basically watch and be ready to bloom when he needs our assistance. And so we'll be able to tell when there's basically a flower bud and We just need to bloom them when he points them out. And if you're slow on it for any reason, then it'll basically just reset you back to the beginning and you'll need to do it. But it's not terribly difficult, and it's better to slow down and make sure you get the circle right than to try to do it quickly. And that's pretty much all there is to it. And so, we're going to get a little bit more dancing going, and then... Ah, great Amaterasu. Sakuya, you're alive, and you, look very nice. Little bug friend, I see you are full of spunk as always. I also owe this elderly gentleman my deepest thanks. What bravery! Mere words cannot express the depth of my gratitude. Thanks to you all, I have been restored and re-energized. Heavy breathing. Of course, the one who deserves my thanks and respect the most is none other than the glorious god Amaterasu. Praise be to you. Yeah, no comment. I cannot guarantee that it will mean salvation for all of Nippon. But if you restore the guardian saplings spread about the land, you too will benefit from the power that results. I will remain in Kamiki, praying for your mission's success. How I look forward to gazing upon you again. May the fresh scent of flowers protect you always. So, we've restored Sakuya to the majority of her power. Technically, she's not at full power, because she's got other guardian saplings that haven't been rebloomed, but... details. Oh man, what now? I think we all know what that light means, or I know what that light means. I don't know if you do. It means we're getting a brush power. Spoiler, except not really a spoiler, because we've gotten, like, 1 billion brush powers already. And by 1 billion, I mean however many I'm about to throw up on the screen right now in a number. Because I don't feel like... Coordination is so real. Ah, Amaterasu, origin of all that is good, and mother to us all. Long have I hidden myself here, among the nature of Kamiki. But the time has come for I, Hasugami, proud member of the Hanagami trio of Flora gods, to reveal myself. May my power be of assistance on your grave quest. And so it is time to acquire the second part of Green Sprout. And what could it possibly be? The answer might surprise you. Oh dear, I've just become clickbait. Holy smokes! That was Hasugami! With the water lily power, you can create lily pads on water. That's right, we now have the ability to make platforms on water. Because I haven't really shown it off, but Ami can't swim for very long. You can use them to cross any body of water. Let's try it out. Come on, this way, Ami. And so we are going to be instantly teleported over to an area that we can actually make use of our new ability. I've been eyeing that treasure chest out there for some time. Why don't you create some lily pads here? Make them like stepping stones all the way to the island. The water lily brush technique creates lily pads on water. All you gotta do is draw circles on the water. Come on, Furball, let me see you work wonders with that brush of yours. And I haven't actually mentioned it yet, because I really haven't had pause to point it out, but the brush that you use when you're using your celestial brush is actually Amaterasu's tail. So, yeah. That is canon. She uses her tail to draw stuff. Hey, hey, wipe that smirk off your face, Furball. At least we don't have to worry about getting wet anymore. I know. Now that you have this new power, let's use it to travel a bit further out of the village. Remember the waterway leading to the forest that I told you about? Oh my goodness, the text is so slow. But yes, we can now pass into Agata Forest. And it's not a spoiler because it already said that Agata Forest is a place. Our little Saki is back to her old peppy self, but there are still lots of guardian saplings that haven't blossomed. So, we have the remainder of our mission. And we're gonna get a nice shot of Konohana. And another thing that I haven't bothered pointing out yet, I've been referring to Amaterasu as being the great goddess, but so far they've not really specified whether she's a god or a goddess. That's mostly because I'm fairly certain that the Japanese language doesn't have separate words for god and goddess like we do in English, but Amaterasu is most commonly associated with female characteristics, to my understanding. I could be wrong on this because I'm not super duper familiar with Japanese culture, but I'm pretty sure that's basically why they sometimes call her god instead of goddess. And there are a couple of treasure chests around here that you can dig up, and I'm not exactly sure on their positioning, but they are very much in our best interest to acquire, so I will go ahead and... I want to say one of them is like right here? I could have sworn. If it takes me very long, I'll go ahead and cut to when I finally do actually dig up their exact spots. Alright, I ultimately decided to just wait until nighttime because I felt that would be easier. And the two chests you get are a stray bead and apparently won't actually let me headbutt it. An infinity stone. This will let you temporarily enjoy infinite ink. Very, very nice, awesome, awesome item that I'm not going to be using anytime in the near future because there's nothing that will warrant it. But it is going to be very, very helpful for stuff that is coming much later. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So, in this episode, we finished up everything there was to do in Shinshu Field with our Cherry Bomb power, and then we came back to Kamiki Village in order to restore Sakuya and gain the Water Lily technique. And in the next episode, we're going to be using that Water Lily technique to head over towards Agata Forest. See you guys